Hello and welcome back to our channel. This is Miss Ilithyia, and today she wanted to show how she gets this sporty French braid. If you're new here, my name is Chelsea Marie, and this is our beautiful channel where we showcase dog related videos along with some book related videos and cooking related content. If you like this, stick around. So on with today's French braid tutorial-ish of a video. The first thing I always do is I will undo her existing braid or ponytail and give that a good thorough brushing through. I do use one of the wet brushes for this. I find that that is the easiest way to detangle her hair. While I go through and brush her hair to detangle it, any of the tangled sections I do like to hold above where the tangle is to try and prevent extra unnecessary pulling of the hair from her scalp, helping to be as gentle as possible so that it doesn't cause too much pain or uncomfortable feeling for her. As I've been solidly brushing her hair a few times a week for the last 14 years, she's quite used to it, though this is the first time that we've done this on my lap. Usually we do this on a counter or the kitchen table just so that she is higher and I have a little bit better leverage. Once I feel that I am all tangled free and ready to start the braid, I'll go ahead and separate the hair into the different pieces or sections that I will pull into the braid as we go through it. This makes it a lot easier while I'm braiding her hair to find the pieces that I'm going to need to pull in for that French braid. Once I've done the first over of all those three pieces and I'm ready to do the second, this is when you will start to bring in that first grouping of hair that we sectioned off. Once you've grabbed that on each of the two outsides, leaving the middle without any extra added hair, then you're going to pull those outside hairs over, bringing that middle one out to the left or right, depending on how yours is going, and the right side over so that it is now the middle. And then you keep going and continuing that pattern. Pre-parting and separating of the hair also helps ensure that I'm only grabbing the hair that is meant to be, and I'm not grabbing pieces that say are meant for her ear hair. And throughout the braid, as I grab more pieces of hair, I do like to check and make sure that I'm not grabbing ear hair that could cause her ears to be pulled into a very uncomfortable position. I have made the mistakes a few times before of including improper hairs, and those braids do not last long. She shakes her head continually to make that braid fall out as quickly as possible. And then I have to repeat this whole 4 or 5 minute braid session again and again. Once I get down to the last pieces of hair that need to include, then we're just doing a straight braid with the remaining hairs until I reach a portion of the hair that I can tell is from the front pieces and they're starting to fly out of the braid. Once I reach those end pieces of some of the topmost hair, the original pieces in the French braid, I know that that's where I need to secure the rubber band so that it does not fall out as quick as she may want to shake it out. Now at this point she knows that we are almost done. I know that she is getting a little bit warm sitting on my lap. Giving my body heat in combination with hers is definitely causing her to be a little bit more warm and stressed out and anxious. Like I said, this is a unique position for her to get her hair braided in, but it didn't seem to work too bad. I do like to make sure that I wrap it a little tight just to make sure that it does not fall off. At the end there, she doesn't have a lot of thickness to her hair, so it takes a few wraps. But then once I got the ponytail all secured and in her hair, the last thing that I do like to do is put her front clip in for those little bangs that for some reason never want to grow long enough to be fully into the braid. She does love her skull scratched. I'm sure many of us do love that as well. So I do like to try and give her a little bit of skull scratchies. And then here you can see the finished braid. I'll give you a back view so that you can actually see what that looks like going down her head. And because she was such a good sport and good girl throughout this process, we always have to reward her with her treat. I do like to give her a handful of these treats, usually between 3 and 5 for a session of just braiding and brushing. But because we did have to stop, retake some of these film edits, I did give her a few extra treats for being such a good sport throughout this. Miss Ilithyia loves it when you like her videos. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next week for the next rendition.